What's going on, my beautiful people? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Welcome to another episode of Grow, Live, Dream. I am your boy, LeVar Robinson, and this is my brother, T. Hutton, a motivator, and we have an amazing show for you guys today. What's up, T. Hutton? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Excited about the show, man. We have an amazing guest today, and I am so excited to just learn from her. This is going to be amazing.
Definitely. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring her on. Guys, I'm going to bring to the front stage. This lady is absolutely amazing. She is an author, a mother, and a life and game changer of ladies and men and just people in general. Her name is Veronica Hood, and she's going to be joining us today. What's up, Miss Veronica? How are you?
I'm good. How are you, LeVar and T. Hutton?
I am amazing.
We are so glad to have you on with us today. We're excited to learn so much about you. Not only about you, just what you bring to the table, you offer to the public, men, women, children. It is going to be an amazing show today. So we are looking forward to just learning from you today. I'm just taking the time to pick your brain. It's going to be awesome.
Definitely.
Here. Thank you guys for having me.
Pleasure. And I'm super inspired because I'm actually in the process of writing a book myself, and you're the author of 2 books. Okay.
Right.
You know, you're out there killing it and taking names. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
I'm just saying. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Really quick, Miss Veronica, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so as you already know, I'm Veronica Hood, the mother of Vae and Varia. Hashtag Vae and Varia's mom. I am the author of 2 children's books, working on my 3rd. What else? I started a company for Vae called Vae's Lemonade, where we specialize in all natural fresh fruit lemonade. And I'm pretty sure it's more, you know.
I love it.
It's just a little snippet.
Yeah, did you hear that? She started a company for her child.
I was sitting here thinking about that right now. Like literally, I'm like, I don't know if anybody else caught that. Like, you know, it was like Vae and my mom, and then she said, I started a company for Vae, and it's like, come on.
I love it. So let's get into a few questions about the actual books themselves. Tell us a little bit about your books.
Okay, so here is a copy of both books. Vae's Real Life Fairy Tale, and this is Tamaya's Perfect Plan, and this is Vae's Real Life Fairy Tale. Vae's Real Life Fairy Tale is the first book that I wrote, and it's actually inspired by Vae. What it is aimed towards is motivating kids that they're never too young to follow their dreams in life. So I started the company for her when she was only 1 month old.
Oh, wow.
And it was just different things that she was doing at such an early age that people would probably not believe it. So that's where I got the name Vae's Real Life Fairy Tale, because it's not fake, it's real. And with the right team, the right people behind you, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can follow your dreams. So that's for Vae's Real Life Fairy Tale. And Tamaya's Perfect Plan is inspired by my niece, actually. Her name is Tamaya. And that book is aimed towards motivating kids to build and maintain their self-confidence at an early age. So both books have activities at the end of the book that helps them stay on track with whatever message the book is about. So it's very interactive. They have to do affirmations, they have to do a vision board, just different stuff to keep them on track. So
wow, that's super inspirational. I mean, super inspirational. The fact that you were already thinking this at by the time your baby was 1
month old.
1 month old. Oh my goodness gracious.
And I wrote the book when she was 1. That was her gift for her birthday. So,
oh wow. You know what? In a minute, we're gonna talk about that new gift, right? That you sent me the other day. That I absolutely loved, by the way. Okay.
Actually, that it's not new, but that was for her 2nd birthday.
Okay.
It's new because I just put it out. So yeah.
I love it. So you actually answered one of my questions, which was what inspired you to write these books. So let me ask you, when did you feel like you had it in you that you could author, right? That you could write these books, and when did you first start thinking that you wanted to do it?
Okay, so I don't know if you guys know David Shands. Do y'all know him?
David Shins. I can't say that I do.
I don't think so.
Sleep is for suckers.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I did. I met him years back. Now you
Right.
say it, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said it, I'm like, yeah, I met him years ago.
Yeah, so he used to have these entrepreneurship workshops before I became a mom. And that was where I first learned about vision boards. And on the very first vision board that I did, I actually put that I wanted to be an author on there. What made me want to be an author, I can't really say. That was just what I put on my vision board. So when I had Vae, I said, why not let my first book be inspired by my daughter? So that was how that went. So I did the vision board first before I even knew I was gonna have her or was pregnant with her. And then once I had her, I said my first book should be inspired by my daughter.
Wow. So let me do this. Let me take a little bit of a step back. Did you have a question, Ted?
No, literally, I was gonna kind of take a step back and ask, like, how long had you been writing
Yeah.
before you decided to write a book?
Yeah, good question.
Honestly, I was never really a writer.
Oh wow.
I was never really a writer. Once I decided that I wanted to write a children's book and inspire it by Vae, I just woke up like every day. That would be the start of my day because that was when my mind was the most creative. Once I had a good night's rest and woke up the next day. So I would just write down different ideas, write down different stuff. And then that's when I was like, oh, I started a business for her so I can talk about that. And oh, she started her swim lessons when she was 6 months old. So I can talk about that. And I can just talk about how the life of a 1-year-old basically.
Yeah.
And her business and her everyday life. So, and then that's when I, of course, found the illustrator, found someone to edit and format. So yeah.
Wow. So now, when you were growing up, were there any particular situations, or was it really just your story that inspired you to want to do this for your daughter?
Growing up, I knew I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I don't like rules. I don't like being placed in a box. So
me neither. He don't either.
The 9 to 5 thing never really worked for me. Just a little bit about my first adult life or my beginning adult life. I was a waitress for about 7 years. And I was just so used to the fast money that's what kept me there that long.
Mm-hmm.
And I quit that job cold turkey, February 12, 2016, because I knew if I didn't quit, that fast money, fast life, or whatever was going to hold me back from my full potential of following my dreams. So when I quit February 12, 2016, February 20th, 2016 is when I found out I was pregnant with Vae. So I was like, what does this mean? Like, because I wasn't ready for kids at all. So I was like, I just finally quit my waitress job to follow my dreams. I've always been creative, always been, I guess, like a go-getter, hustler. That's what they would say, at my job at the time. That's what people say, period. Like, you're so creative. You always have these good ideas. Then I do some event planning. Like, I'm like, how they say a jack of all trades. Like, I'm like a Veronica of all trades. I just have my hand in so many. Like, I really am talented. And I didn't look at it as talent because it comes natural to me. But with so many people like, oh my God, you're so creative. How did you think of this? How did you think of that? How did you? And I was like, it just comes to me. I'm just creative like that. So I do recognize it as a talent because of all the feedback that a lot of people give me. So let me think. You asked me something. I'll be talking to have y'all on here all day.
No, it's good.
Hey, you know what, though? I want to just address one thing you said. The fact that, you really are talented, but you took it kind of for granted initially because it just came natural for you. Right. A lot of our viewers do the same thing. Mm-hmm. They don't take in regard like a true self-worth because it just comes so quickly. It comes so easy for them. And it just, it's just who they are. Right. So they don't realize how much of it is a talent to be them. How they're blessed with the talents they already have that they take for granted. So it's amazing just you saying like you realize that just like you start listening to the outside world like, well, dang, maybe I am talented.
Yeah.
And then now you're like, yeah, I'm talented.
People ask like, who does your branding? Like even with my colors, like I don't know about you, T. Hutton, but like LeVar, I'm sure you see me always posting my bright neon colors, and people like, oh, like if I'm doing an event, like I knew this was you because of your colors, and that's just what I like. So I didn't realize it was branding at the time, but now I'm like, okay, I know that I have branded myself. I have branded the company, branded everything with my brightness, my creativity, my colors. And then going back to growing up, I always knew I had like a hustler / entrepreneurial spirit because like I would sell stuff in school. Like I got in trouble for selling like candy and pickles in elementary school, high school, selling snacks from my locker. Like I just always wanted my own money. So I always knew that it was in me, and I always knew I was different and wanted to follow my dreams.
Well, I mean, I will say this. I love the fact that you didn't wait for anyone to give you permission to follow your dreams, right? You know, Martin Luther King said, "Take the first step," right? And when you made a decision, you wanted to start writing your books. You just took that step, right? When you made a decision, you wanted to be an entrepreneur. You just took that step. When you made a decision, you wanted to leave that job. Yeah, you just took that step, and it's a lot.
Just being real now, each step didn't just come instantly, but I am still the one that took the step.
That's right. And I'm glad that you said that. But understand that even in taking a step, there's emotion in taking the step.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Right. So you could still say you took the step, right? And that's the whole point about it.
Yeah. Because the step came mentally.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing about it. Most people don't take the step because they don't even make the decision. And even if the step took a long time to make, the decision was already there.
Right.
That's right.
I love the way y'all said that.
I love it. That's a beautiful thing. It's definitely a beautiful thing. I absolutely love the mindset of it. So, let's move forward. So you said, and let me make sure I get this right. You said you never was a writer. So that means you never even attempted to write a book before?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Like in school or something, with little projects or whatever like that, writing in that way, but never like, okay, let me sit and write a manuscript.
Right. Well, how long did it take you to finish your first book?
The first book, the longest process is the illustrations.
And we're gonna get there in a moment. Yeah, definitely.
So detailed that even though I can't draw, I know I like what I like. So I had to sketch out what I wanted, and when it, if they sent something back that wasn't right, I had to modify, send changes. So the illustrations, I would say, is the longest process. So I would say it took maybe a few months, maybe 3 months total.
Okay. Now, did you
estimate?
In finding the illustrators, did you ever have to change the illustrator that you had or use somebody else? Come on, talk to me.
The first book, no. The second book, To My Is Perfect Plan, yes. I went through 4 illustrators.
Wow. Why is that? Tell me. Tell everybody, why is that? What are some of the roadblocks you ran into?
I think some people a couple of them just didn't want the business, just kept giving excuses about doing the project in the time frame. One person ended up being a fraud because I'm sure you guys have heard of Fiverr.
Yes, of course.
So a couple of illustrators came from there, and one of them was a fraud. So they sent me on like a goose chase for about 4 to 5 months until their corporate people had to come in and basically help me find a whole nother illustrator. Then come to find out, the one who I found that I liked, the fraud person hired them to do my illustrations. And they kept saying, well, how did you find me? Did the person you previously hired? And I said, no, I just looked on here and found you. And then that's when they sent me proof that they're the ones that did it. So now they didn't want any price of it because they did all that work and didn't get paid. So I finally found, so it was 2 separate illustrators that did this book. Someone did the cover and then someone did the inside illustrations.
Got it. So let me ask you this. So was it your passion to get the message out that made you want to continue pushing through to get it done?
Yes. Because I feel like this book is going to save a lot of lives, not even just kids, adults as well. I've had several adults who have bought the book for their kids tell me how it was a conversation starter that helped them through some things in their life. And this book actually made me cry and helped me with things that I had been struggling with in my own life as far as confidence and self-esteem in areas where I lacked, where I might have been scared. You know, even like with leaving the waitress job, I was scared because I was just so accustomed to making a lot of money in one day that I was like, well, what if the entrepreneur thing don't work out? Then what do I do? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to, do the things that I need to do to take care of myself? So this book, I cried a lot of tears writing this book because I felt like it was healing me at the same time. So a lot of times I get the question, well, what age group is it for? I tell them there is no age group. The message is for everybody, young and seasoned.
I like how you said that, young and seasoned.
Yeah.
Young and seasoned. Not young and old, young and seasoned.
Young and seasoned.
Listen, I always joke about it a little bit when I start looking at Spotify and I start seeing oldies being 90s R&B. I feel away. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Like that,
I love the fact that it inspired you first. Right. I love the fact that and you writing it that you were building on yourself as well. Right. Now, where I want to go with that is, and maybe T Hud, you can jump in on that, but what I want to go with that is there's so many people don't move on what's on their heart because they don't feel like they're there yet. Right. So many people like may have a book that may completely change lives, but because they don't feel like they're 100% there yet, they won't move on that thought, or that they won't move on that inspiration.
Right. They feel like they have to be perfect first.
Or they feel like they have to be perfect first.
What they preach.
So, exactly. So T Hutton, talk to me. Have you ever run into people? Because T Hutton's a life coach. Okay. And T Hutton has already helped so many people. Have you ran across people that are like that, T Hutton?
Well, honestly, I've ran across quite a bit of people that feel that way. It's interesting. I went to a mentorship program where it was like they had mentors come in and they had people who were seeking mentors to go also. And one of the questions that were asked is at what point do you decide that you can mentor someone else? And the thing was, and one of the resounding themes were for most of the mentors, let's say the seasoned mentors, was the fact that you can always mentor someone else because no matter where you are in your life, there's someone looking up at you. And the thing is, oftentimes we'll find ourselves in a position where we are looking up at someone else saying, when I get there, then I can reach down and help out. But the fact of the matter is you can already reach down and help out.
Right.
Wow.
So it's like you're saying, like with your book, like you were helping others while helping yourself. And I think a lot of times, like LeVar said, that's where we come into that problem where, we can help others, but we're focused on trying to find help for ourselves that we don't realize sometimes helping others will help ourselves.
True.
Wow.
I agree.
So there's definitely a lot of people that I've come across in my life that have wanted to write their own book. They've considered doing that. Tell me, what advice would you give to people who may have that on their heart, right? And they want to write a book, or they want to put a piece together that can help some people, or really just do it because that's what they want to do. What advice would you give them to move forward?
Start. That's the best advice, because I'm like, my thing is, what's the worst that can happen by you writing a book? The world not gonna come to an end. Like nobody's gonna, nothing's gonna happen to anybody because you took that step to start. I would say start every day. If you have to take 15, just start with 15 minutes a day when you wake up to write down some ideas. Like first of all, figure out the message that you want to come across in your book. Like what you're trying to solve or what you're trying to get across in your book. And then just start writing down ideas. And then soon, every day that you write, it's going to eventually turn into a manuscript. Even if, like, I have a book where it's like, I write, scribble that out, or take stuff from the first page and go to the second page and rewrite it again. Get what I'm saying? And then after now you got paragraphs, now you got pages. until it's completed. Then you like, okay, once you start reading it, and then you figure out what kind of visual you want to go along with it. So the best thing to do is, I would say, start writing. That's the first thing. Start and then start writing.
Start and then start writing. You guys heard it here. Listen, I didn't get a chance to say it earlier. I got a few more questions for Miss Veronica Hood. Now, for everybody that's watching, make sure that you're commenting, make sure that you're liking whatever questions you feel like you may have for Ms. Hood. Go ahead and put them in the comments, whatever it may be. Make sure that you guys are sharing this information, right? Because we want to get the word out, especially with some of the information that I'm getting ready to ask Ms. Hood about, all right? So we're going to go ahead and get right back into it. So, Miss Veronica, all right. So you said that you just came off of your I Am Me Takeover event. Yeah. And I was excited to hear about this. Please, please, please let everybody know, let everybody know about the event.
Okay, so the I Am Me Takeover event, we just wrapped that up a couple weeks ago, and that was our first annual. So that means that we'll be doing it each year, where we invite different girls out across Atlanta. Hopefully we're going to be going on tours, as we grow. And we basically just get the girls to embrace themselves and be them unapologetically. I feel like social media has created this picture of what girls should look like today. And that's not everybody. Everybody don't like makeup. Everybody don't like weave. Everybody don't like, the fake boobs, fake butts, whatever. So I feel like it's my duty, to change the narrative and show our young girls that they can be themselves. Like, nobody can make you fit into this box of how you should look or how you should present yourself. So it was really, really dope. The girls, they really appreciated it. We all got to decorate our canvases that said I am me in their fashion, whatever themselves meant to them. We also played games. We had really good food for them. And we had a discussion at the very end, that like an open-hearted discussion or open one-on or group discussion, to just talk to them about different things, like the girls that may have just started their cycles or about to start their cycles, what to expect going forward, because some girls don't even have, that figure to even have those conversations with them, set them up for success. So a lot of these girls are out here just blind leading the blind, social media teaching them, and they don't know what's real. So that's what we did, and we had fun, and we're going to do it. So
I love the fact that you guys are providing that mentorship. That mentorship. I mean, I believe that even that alone can stop a lot of this allowing themselves to be mistreated. All right, by fellas that mean them no good. So it's always good to have people like yourself and your company that are reaching down to these young women and giving them the mentorship that they need. I think that's amazing. Me and T Hutton, we absolutely love the world of mentorship, because there's so many different people out there and so many different aspects and backgrounds that need it.
Right. I agree.
I think one of the things I would say.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Yeah, go ahead.
One of the things I would like to just add is just like, it's amazing just to hear that you have created a safe space. It's not so much just a mentorship, but like having you said, that open heart discussion. What that does is it allows for a safe space to actually get real information.
Right.
Like, did you get anything, or did you meet anybody who's like, you know what, I would love to like kind of just take you on as a personal person that I want to mentor? Any young ladies that you want to just kind of mentor?
Well, most of them I'm involved in their lives and mentoring in some form of fashion. So this was the first one that my business partner and myself, we actually sponsored this one. So we paid for everything out of pocket. They just showed up, so going forward, that we will sell tickets, and it'll be opened up to the public for, girls that I've never met to be able to be there. But I'm involved in so many kids' lives that it was enough people that showed up. It was about 15 girls.
Wow.
That showed up to this first one. So yeah, it was pretty dope. And they, my niece, the other girls, they all look up to me. God niece, my goddaughter, like, of course, my own daughter.
I'm glad that you don't take that for granted.
Yes, I don't. I really am humbled that I can make a difference in their lives and help set them up for success.
I mean, unfortunate. There's a lot of people that don't realize the importance of what you just said, right? And making sure that they're moving in a way that's going to inspire that next generation really and help them. So I love it. So tell me, you was also telling us about this dope event that you got coming up. What's next for Miss Veronica Hood? Talk to us.
So I hadn't released that yet. I was actually gonna
You want to hold on to it? I'm all right with you holding on.
It's gonna come. You know, my birthday is Sunday, so I was actually going to announce it on Sunday, but it's fine. So what we're going to be doing in the future is called Confidence Camp. And Confidence Camp is where we're going to invite girls out for the weekend. It'll be different activities, different discussions, different what do you call it, where they have to face certain fears to basically build their confidence. And at the end of this camp, they will leave there feeling like they can take on anything and not be scared to go through things and know how to handle themselves accordingly if they were to go through it. So
wow. That's amazing. You want to be having that 3 times a year,
right? So we want to do it in the spring, summer, and fall. And
I love it. You about to say something?
No, I'm just saying that's just amazing to me. Just the taking the time, and I don't think people really take in consideration what that means. Like, you're taking away from your life, your family, and empowering others, and that is amazing. Just the empowerment you're looking to partake, just to give to these young ladies. So that is definitely commendable.
Right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
100%. All right, so I got 2 more questions for you. Okay, these questions pretty much define our show. Okay, so first question is this. All right, if you had to rewrite the definition of tenacity, what would your definition be?
My definition would be someone who never gives up on following their dreams or fighting for what they believe in.
Never gives up on following their dreams or
fighting for what they believe in.
Fighting for what they believe in. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I love that. You know why I love that, LeVar? Because I like when you have multiple parts to a definition. I love that. You do. No. So I'm saying she don't like being boxed in, right?
Right.
And then she came back and gave us a full-on definition, like, hey, at the end, just so you know, I'm still not gonna be boxed in.
Like, it ain't gonna be just one thing. Look,
it's gonna be one thing.
Option.
And that's coming from my brother, who growing up used to love reading and encyclopedias, reading definitions, just going through and just listen. I'm telling you, I'm serious.
I used to carry a dictionary around, like
I'm talking about his dictionaries. Like
a walking.
I'm not the person most people want to play travel with.
Be like, bro, do you know everything? I'm just saying, do you know everything? All right. So the last question is, what is your why? What is it that drives you and makes it so that you will never, ever give up?
Vae and Varia, my daughters.
Wow. That's very simple. Very simple. Very simple put. That's how I feel about my boy.
I'm not gonna be stuck in a box. So I just feel like there were things that I didn't get as a child growing up. And I feel like when you become a parent, regardless if you're ready or not, it's your duty to give certain things to your kids so that they can have the best chance at being successful and being productive citizens or adults. So with that being said, I'm still a work in progress. I still am searching and working towards inner peace. And I just feel like with that, I just want to be the best mom that I can be for them. Like, I don't want the traumas or anything that I've been through affect them so that they have to experience those traumas too, but not directly, but indirectly, because it's affecting my parenthood or affecting my parenting.
So
They're my whys. Even when I'm sad or I want to give up, if I get discouraged, because that was I feel like one of my biggest setbacks when I first wrote my book, that I felt like certain people that I felt like should have supported me or that would support me, whether it be family that have known me all my life or friends or people that I went to school with. But I had to learn everybody don't want to see you win. It doesn't matter how great of a message that you're putting out there. And now I'm better with it, because it would affect me, and I'd be like, well, I'm not gonna do anything, or I'm not gonna try to do no events or do this. But now I'm like, whoever is going to support me will support me, and I can't worry about the people who are not. Period. With the heart at the end of the period.
Hey.
I don't like the period. I like the heart at the end.
All right. So with that being said, T Hood, do you have anything else?
No, you know what? I think she did a great job of honestly closing us out with that. Like,
wait. I want to completely close out.
No, I completely
want to make sure you have no question.
Like, that was amazing. Just acknowledging, like, not only that she's still a work in progress and she wants to be the best mom possible for her daughters. You hear me say it all the time about coming the best you possible. That's like my tagline: become the best you possible. So you saying becoming the best mom possible is just another one of those things that echo. We're so glad you had you on the show, and the fact that you said, like, you know, when you do get down, because it happens. Even right now, you're still a work in progress, and you get down, and the thing that you knew is to continue to fight through. And I'll be honest with you, I felt the same way about the family members and friends you thought that would support you and didn't support you. I joke with people all the time. I say, it's just like going to a sporting event. If you're on the field and you're in the game, everybody in the stadium is not cheering for you.
That's right.
That's true.
So just be aware, you know what I'm saying? That's how it is in life. Everybody cheering doesn't mean they're cheering for you.
Exactly.
That's right. And that's super important. So before I close out, Miss Veronica, please let everybody know where to find you. Okay. That way they can come check you out, and that way, you know, you can reach our audience as well.
Okay, so you can follow me on IG. My @name is Vae's Lemonade. That's V as in Victor, AES Lemonade. And then my website to order the books is www.istaymad.org.
All right. Now y'all need to make sure that y'all get some of that lemonade. If y'all had ability to, make sure you go do that. Make sure you order those books, right? We make sure we support each other. That's super, super important. I want to thank you very much, Ms. Veronica Hood, for being on the show with us and sharing your story, sharing what you have going on. And to everybody else, make sure that you once again like, comment, share this, right? Some of this information is information that can change a lot of lives, and we're super excited with what we're going to be doing moving forward, and the individuals like the amazing Miss Veronica Hood that we're going to be having on. You guys have yourself a wonderful day. Make sure that you go over to growlivedream.com, join the group, be a part of the movement, be a part of the change, guys. Y'all have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. This is your boy LeVar Robinson and my brother T Hood, the motivator, with the amazing Miss Veronica Hood.
Thank
we'll
you.
Talk to you guys soon.